What up, what up, what up? It's your boy Hungar. Yeah, I know it's Thursday and I don't normally stream on the Thursday, but I figured, you know what? Why the hell not? Let's see what everybody doing up in this bad boy. I'm not expecting any views because it's not one of my regular stream days. But I'm like, I'm hanging out. Just got home. I've had a busy week. Got a lot of stuff going on. Yo, what's up, Max? Why not jump in here, Max, and talk to me for a minute? So, yeah, I've been good. I've not been in the hospital in like 3 weeks, man. Uh, gained some muscle mass. I'm feeling good. I've been busy this week. I was over at Ian James's house last week. You know, I've been feeling really good. I mean, it could be the calm before the storm, or I can be doing great. Been watching your videos, man. Love your stuff. You put out great stuff. You're the ultimate Chad, man. I tell everybody I have a big giant Viking as a buddy. But yeah, I didn't get to do my live yesterday, which happened because I didn't get home until like 3 o'clock in the afternoon. And when I got home, I was so full of Korean barbecue. Awesome. Yeah, went out and had Korean barbecue yesterday. So that means pork belly, brisket, short ribs, Korean barbecue, cheese. I swear, if they told me I couldn't eat cheese anymore, I would probably starve to death because cheese. But, you know, it's nice being out of the hospital and be able to go out and do things. It's a lot of fun. No more viewers. I will be back in a moment. Look at this big ass Viking, man.
How you doing, man?
Good. I'm growing mine back.
Yeah.
Yeah, I'm tired of missing out on my senior discount.
Wait, let me mute the stream there. I had the stream still playing. So
Yeah,
you've been doing
with my beard, I get a senior discount.
Yeah. So
Even though I'm only 50, but it's so white.
people don't ask.
No, they just give it to me.
That's good.
Yeah, so you know, I can save a few bucks here and there.
Yeah.
Just by having a badass beard, I'm going to.
I'm getting the white, getting in there somewhere. Like, but I've been getting there like for years. And
yeah, shit. I woke up from my coma and I went from having a brown beard to a white beard.
Oh, really?
Oh, and those bastards shaved my beard.
Yeah, you told me, and then like they shaved theirs as well.
Yeah, James and my dad shaved their beards as well. Solidarity, you know.
Yeah, that is some solidarity. That's all right.
But yeah, I've been feeling a lot better.
Yeah, well, you're looking good. Like I've seen you on James' stream, and you look like you've leaned down. You look, yeah, that's nice.
Look at that.
Look at those guns.
Look at that.
Yeah, must feel better as well. I've lost a lot of weight at some point in my life, and then like you realize like when you gain the weight, you don't realize how much you're losing of a function and stuff like that. But when you lose it back, you say, "Oh my, I've been missing out."
I gained like 10 pounds, but it's muscle weight.
Yeah, that's the thing. Like 1 pound of muscle weight is like what 1 pound of fat is like 5 times the volume of 1 pound of muscle weight.
Yeah.
So you can lean down and gain weight. That's oftentimes something.
When I was on James's stream last week, everybody's like, Hungar, you've lost weight, man. I was like, actually, I'm heavier than I was, but I have less bulk.
That's something I've seen a lot. Like when we train, sometimes we train women and stuff like that, and we oftentimes they're worried about the weight issue and say, well, we're changing your body composition. You're leaner than you were. You might be heavier on the scale, like. And I've seen like I'm quite a heavy guy. I'm not super lean, but I'm not the fattest either.
You're a freaking Viking, dude.
Yeah, but I passed. I'm around like 265 right now. So there's a lot of things.
James has been dropping weight, man.
Yeah.
He's dropped like 60 pounds.
But it's like, to be honest, the diet. It's so the food we have now is so insane.
Yeah.
You're saying just before you went, you say like if you couldn't eat cheese anymore, you would just starve. That's something I've been trying to cut. Like I'm like a huge cheese addiction. Something insane.
Well, my body, it's got the calcium that I need, and my body can digest it.
Yeah.
So it's a win-win for me.
It's just so good, like a good old, like a really sharp cheddar. Yeah.
Oh, I buy these. I call them adult Lunchables.
Yeah.
And they're pretty much just a pepperoni and turkey.
Oh yeah.
Snack tray with sharp cheddar and crackers, and I'm like, yep, adult Lunchable. This will be dinner tonight.
I'm a big fan of dry sausage as well, like those pepperoni sticks or like a French sausage.
A good dry salami.
Yeah. Calabrese.
I went out grocery shopping today, and I ended up buying 2 pounds of shredded mozzarella cheese.
Yeah.
Because I buy frozen pizzas because I can digest them and I like pizza.
Mm-hmm.
And of course, I'm not going to just take a frozen pizza and throw it in the oven and not put extra cheese on.
It's like a base to put something on top of it.
Yeah. And I bought some string cheese. And I bought some Pringles because I like Pringles, and they've got so much sodium in them.
Yeah. And you need it when you...
I need the extra sodium because I've been in the hospital multiple times with my sodium so low that my heart was skipping beats.
Do you like pickles?
I love pickles, and I drink pickle juice. I can't eat the pickles themselves.
Oh, I see.
But when I was doing the SCA, the medieval fighting, we used to drink pickle juice all the time.
Yeah, that's like full of electrolyte.
Yeah, and it tastes good. What up, Shadow?
Hey, Shadow.
Yeah,
join up. Yeah, it's been a while. Actually, you didn't stream on Monday. Didn't stream on Wednesday.
I streamed late on Monday.
Oh, did you? Wednesday. Oh, I missed that one.
Yeah, Wednesday I did that short. That short got like 100. That short got so many freaking views. It's not even funny.
Really?
I'm like, how to get views? Make YouTube shorts. Well, DMJ's putting out all those shorts, and they always end up with like 200-300 views.
I tend to skip shorts. I don't know why, like but I watch yours when you were in the car because like I haven't seen you in a while and say like I'm gonna get some. But I tend to skip shorts just because I don't know. Like there's something that like they're so forced. They're like YouTube's always pushing them and stuff like that, and I hate the way that display on. I don't know how they work on phone, but on the computer, like you get all like this cramp window and stuff like that. So like if I want to watch like TikTok content, I'm gonna go to TikTok. You know what I mean? Like that's not what I'm from on the YouTube for.
Yeah, I
But yeah,
watch
everybody
shorts
say
on my phone because I don't watch TikTok.
yeah.
So they're good on the phone. But yesterday, me and a old lady, we were on our way to GameStop. We went by GameStop the day before to get some Nintendo Switches, and we saw those D&D dice towers, the one that James has.
Yeah, yeah.
They have 4 of them. They had 4
Alright.
of them there.
Yeah.
And me and her were talking, and I was like, my ex is getting married next month. I was like, that would be the perfect wedding present for them because they're freaking, D&D geeks.
Yeah.
I met my ex-wife at a D&D game I was running.
Alright.
So her and her husband play D&D all the time. They have friends over playing D&D all the time. And I'm like, that would be a perfect wedding present for them. So we went by there and bought that wedding present. And then after that, we're like, man, I'm a little hungry. She's like, I'm a little hungry too. And there's this all-you-can-eat Korean barbecue place down the road that I've been thinking about trying. But I didn't want to go by myself and look like a complete and total pig. So we went, and by the time we left, I had the meat sweats.
Oh yeah. Korean barbecue. It's been a while since I had any.
They had the pork belly that was like this thick, and the steak, and it was good. It was good stuff. I didn't eat dinner yesterday because I ate all that meat for lunch, and I had a spicy tuna roll. And
I usually do my heavier meal earlier in the day, and then for dinner I just like because otherwise like I feel I don't sleep too well. I do like a light meal in the evening.
What I will do is I will try to get my calories before 5 o'clock. I don't eat anything after 5.
Yeah.
Because one, I'll be up and down all night with my stomach issue.
Yeah.
So I'll be up and down all night dealing with that. So if I get everything around, if I eat all my food that I'm going to eat that day before 2 o'clock in the afternoon, I'm good at night.
I often take my first meal like at 2 or 3 in the afternoon.
I usually don't eat anything till around 11 o'clock in the afternoon.
Yeah. I like it. I always like a bunch of chores I have to do every day. So I like to get busy when I get up, and then like once I'm done, like the chores I need to do, then I go eat something. But depends also how busy my day is. But if I work outside the home or whatever.
So you've been doing any gaming?
So what? No, not like it's hard for me when I'm here because like I'm really in the middle of nowhere. I should look into like getting a game online sometime because there's nobody living around. It's really like I don't know if you like. Well, this window in the back seems all white. That's just snow all the way up to the No, but it's I'm in the woods. I really like it. It's kind of a bit of a monastic life.
I would rather be in the woods than in the city. That's what I like about where I live, because it's country, but I can drive like 5 minutes and I'm in the city.
Yeah.
But I don't have all that city stuff. Like when I go to the Philippines, I want to live in the province.
Yeah. That look much nicer. I dated a girl from the Philippines at some point. And a good girl. But yeah, she was living like in a small town, not too far from the capital.
Yeah. But my nephew or cousin, he lives in New Zealand. He went over there for a work program, fell in love, and never came back. Fell in love with the country. He's like, it's just beautiful over there. He loves it. He went to Hobbiton.
I never been over there. I met her like when I was met her in Cambodia. So
how was Cambodia?
Cambodia has very nice things to see there. Angkor Wat is amazing. Like those big like pyramid city. Like
yeah,
it's picture doesn't tell the scale. When you're there, it's so freaking mind blowing. And to think that all the people did that with just like hand tool, like the work that went to there, and
I
you
feel.
walk there. Mhm.
Go ahead.
You walk there, like, and there's like those long ass wall, like hundreds of feet, and they're all carved, like with detail, like battle scene and story and stuff like that. Like I was like you go there like and I'm really into that stuff, and I would like look at all those. You see tourists like walk by and just, oh, that's nice, and they keep walking. I was just like making like
You're
an
looking
inch a
at the
minute,
detail.
just looking at all the detail and all the little carving and stuff like that.
I feel bad for Cambodia. What happened to them during the Vietnam War?
That part of the trip is very humbling when you go in Phnom Penh and the capital and stuff like that, and you see like what happened with the Khmer Rouge. That's so tragic. Like it's we like, you know, we didn't even go to the killing field at some point because we visited like the prison in Phnom Penh and stuff like that, and then like we had enough. I've seen enough atrocity. Like that's like, but yeah, the Angkor Wat stuff like that. This was amazing. The palace and stuff like that. Yeah, and you feel on the people as well that they still bear the scar of this atrocity they went through. Like people there, like, you know, they can be quite meek. I like people that are like strong, proud, stand tall, and you don't see that much there. Like people are like they feel beaten down. And
Yeah, they're all beaten
find
down. They're still
yeah.
living from what they went through.
Yeah, well, the head of state there, it's prime minister. He's still a guy that was in the Khmer Rouge. It's not like that's a past, and they're still like the same people that are there in power.
Yeah.
So
where was Pol Pot from?
That's Cambodia. That's the Khmer Rouge.
He killed like 1 out of 10 people in the freaking country.
Yeah, and for like every Vietnamese people, and then when they run out of Vietnamese people, everybody that spoke Vietnamese, and then everybody that looked Vietnamese, and then it would like intellectuals, and if you had glasses, well, you're probably an intellectual, so you get killed as well.
Yeah, I read about that. It's insane.
Yeah,
but yeah, my cousin in New Zealand, he met a Filipino.
Yeah,
and she's living with him now. They're getting ready to get married and have a baby.
Mm.
And he's like, it's the best woman he's ever dated is this Filipino.
It's sad. It says something about the state of our women. Eh? Just like
our women, I won't date a Western woman.
Yeah, so they're there.
Hi, Gemini. Hi, baby girl. That's my daughter.
That's a Western woman there.
No, I raised my kids right.
Yeah. Well, there still are but that's the thing, you know. Like anyway, sometimes like I joke about. I say that we should do like a, you know, I'm a pretty like a close border kind of guy, but I'd say we should do an open border for a young unattached woman.
Yeah.
that would put a woman like start behaving right, like the competition coming in.
Absolutely, yeah. That's, you know, you go to the hospital in America, and chances are your nurse is going to be a Filipino.
Yeah,
because they all go to nursing, and then they all come over to America because, you know, they got open frickin'. You're in the medical field, come on over. And they all come over, and they are the best freaking nurses.
I can see that. Yeah. But they have a lot of issues in their country as well. And
yeah. It's a third world country.
Yeah. Yeah.
There's but I like the fact that my monthly check is worth 80 times more in the Philippines.
But it's funny also, like third world country are not what they used to be.
Mm-hmm.
In some way, they're now very nice.
Yeah.
And especially like sometimes I would pick up like a third world country instead of like over this kind of like progressive hellscape we have here. You know what I mean? Like what we do nowadays in Western country, it's oftentimes like quite awful. Like it's horrific.
It's the hookup culture over here.
It's the hookup culture, but also you look at how we treat our children and stuff like that. It's what we put them through, and I don't know if you see what's happening in public school nowadays. Like it's crazy.
Well, I live in Florida, so
Oh yeah, it's true. Now they have to wait
a lot
until
of that don't fly here.
they have to wait until they're in 4th grade before talking to them about all this trans stuff. They
Mhm.
cannot do it in 3rd grade anymore. It's big improvement,
You
I
know,
guess, eh? But is that how old are you in 4th grade? Like 11? Not even.
if somebody wants to be trans, you know, I don't agree with it personally. I wouldn't want to be a trans, but I'm not going to jump down somebody's throat.
It's not
Like
about.
if
I
my
never get.
daughter, if my daughter came up and said, "I want to wear boy clothes,"
Yeah.
I'd be like, "Wear boy clothes." I don't give a shit what clothes
Yeah.
you wear. You're still going to be my daughter.
I wouldn't jump on somebody's throat because that's not helpful. But I find
Mhm.
it very sad because you see a lot of those people with, and especially with young women that decide to live as boy and stuff like that. You see a lot of them like regret thereafter. I'm gonna get fucking this channel in trouble.
Well, there's that one woman who's like, "I'm going to see what it's like to be a guy for a
Yeah.
year."
Oh yeah, I seen
And
that
then
story.
after a year, she killed herself because she said we had it so rough.
Yeah.
If I was, if I was born a chick, I'd be a chick.
Yeah.
I'm born a guy, I'm going to be a guy.
And if and at some point, like we all have issues to deal with. Nobody's perfectly happy with who they are, but that's the process of life. The process of life is you refine yourself and you
Mhm.
learn to accept your flaw and to work on them, change what you can, accept what you can't. That's it's the whole process of life. There's no like magical solution, and taking those drastic step when they go under the knife, like
I was
that's,
watching I was watching a video the other day, and this woman, this girl, she started taking testosterone.
Yeah.
And she's like 17 now, and she's like, "I'm going bald.
Mm.
My voice had never changed." She's like, "If I was going to do this again, if I could tell anybody, it'd be wait until you're an adult.
Yeah.
Until your body's done developing before you do any drastic change to it." Which, yeah, wait till you're an adult.
Yeah, there's many such
Kids, I
cases.
don't think, if you're not old enough. When I was a little kid, I wanted to be a Wookiee.
Well, when you get the beard long, you almost got there. I used to have long hair and the big beard, and I had a friend called me Chewy because also I got the color.
But people should have to wait until their body is mature and their mind is mature before they make those decisions.
Yeah.
That's all I gotta say about that. But I was watching this one thing. I was like, what does it mean to be a man? Is like, to be a man, it means, nobody gives a shit really about you. It means if you're unhappy in a relationship, it's your fault. But if she's unhappy in a relationship, it's your fault.
Yeah.
It's like nobody gives a shit about your mental health. More men commit suicide by like 5 or 6 times than women.
Mm-hmm.
Everything is put on us, and nobody cares about how we feel. There needs to be more, mental health for men. We can't talk about our feelings. If we're going through shit, we're taught our whole life to just walk it off, deal with it.
Well, we've been doing that forever. I think the big problem is that now, like, nobody's, men and women have different instinct, and when we try to push, when we try to push men to be more feminine and women to be more masculine, and that makes nobody happy.
Yeah, I don't want us to be feminine, and I don't want a masculine woman. Yep. But as a masculine man, we should be able to talk about our issues.
And we used to be, and we still are, if you got like those men's spaces. They always talk about like safe space, or we need safe space, but like men need those space as well. It's like when you go hunting with buddies, that's the time you get to talk with your problem and stuff like that. Like a men friendship, women cannot fucking understand. Women cannot understand how men friendship can be deep.
And a man friendship, like I've got my brother.
Yeah.
I can talk to my brother about things.
Yeah.
But it's like, that's one of the great things about going to the gym. with a
Yeah.
friend of yours, with your men friends.
Yeah.
Because you're at the gym, you're working out, you're getting your testosterone going, and you can talk to your buddies about what's going on in your life.
Yeah.
Same with hunting, same with fishing.
Yeah.
It's like those men activities. We need those. We need to be able to go camping with our bros, sit back, drink a beer or whatever, if you drink, and just talk about what's going on in life.
Yeah. And it's and that's something like you introduce one woman to the mix, the whole dynamic is changed.
Mm-hmm.
And it's not that it's nothing against women. That's just natural and normal. But
Yeah,
women can never get to experience what it's like to be in a group of men that are bonded for a while. Like
it's like we're
especially
never
bonded-
going to experience what it's like when women go out to spa days and stuff like that.
Yeah, exactly. We need there's always going to be like some mystery about how the other gender, the other sex interact amongst themselves.
And that's a great thing.
Yeah, it is. Yeah. There's we're made to complement each other. We're not meant to compete with each other, and we're not meant to be interchangeable with each other.
Yeah.
Like men and women are different. We have different strength.
I got this bad boy the other day.
Yeah, it's that from your brothers?
Yeah, my brother gave me a 4 foot tall stack of games, man.
That's nice. Yeah.
And a lot of them are over at my ex's house because she has a lot more room. She lives next door. If I want a book, I can just go over there and look on a bookshelf. But I kept this one here because I want to run this on an online stream.
Oh, nice.
Mm-hmm. You're invited if you want to.
If it fits in my because I know I'm starting a business right now, so I'm like
you're gonna be big baller. You're gonna be big baller, Daddy Chad.
Well, yeah, it's like now for the moment, it's a lot of money going out.
But
it's gonna be a while before it start coming back in.
It'll come back in.
You gotta spend money to make money, like they say.
Yeah. You know what? I hope nothing but success and for you, bro. You're just a dude.
Wow.
And that's a compliment right there.
Yeah. Try to be to do.
I want to grow up and be like you, Max.
Well, you used to have one, just like. But DCC, this game got some nice idea in there. It's a game like I'm not a fan of the funky dice. I guess you could just like not use them without too much issue.
Yeah, I like it because it's a lot more like AD&D.
Yeah.
I like the fact that it has different critical bases. I'm a fan of criticals.
Yeah, I'm not a fan of a chart and table that you have to use in play. So those kind of critical are not like my favorite. Like I find like they can slow the game down. Like unless if you're like an aid right next to you, but it's always like one more roll.
I'm going to get the screen. I'm going to get the screener. I'm just going to copy the critical charts and have them set beside me.
Yeah,
so I don't have to flip.
That you have to do that because if like I want to run a game with the book close.
Yeah,
I like a game that can be run with book close.
Yeah, what I really like about the game is if you cast a spell and you mess up, bad things you can get like, oh shit, you fumbled horribly on that spell. Let's see. Your left leg is 4 inches taller than your right leg.
Yeah, that's something I like a lot conceptually, but that's a thing that like if you don't have those chart handy, then it can slow down the game. And like I'm not the most like a lot of people like talk a lot about like speeding up your game or speed up combat, speed up this, speed up that. Like I'm not like we're there to game and we can take the time it takes. But as long as it don't get boring. But there's a balance to be found.
Have the charts beside you.
Yeah.
Have the charts beside you so when something happens like that, you can be like, oh well, here I wrote this. Oh, this happened to you. I don't want to look through the book.
Yeah, exactly. Yeah. Like there's a thing I heard a lot of people say, like you say, roll your damage dice in the same time as you roll your attack dice. And then if you attack it, you just ignore it. I don't like that. I think like yes, okay. How much time does it save you? But then it doesn't save that much time. But also, I find like it take away this moment of tension, like of this, those eye and those peak, or like, oh, I hit, now I get to roll damage. Like there's an excitement that is building up there, and you miss that if you just
Roll 'em
every
both at the
time,
same
and
time.
then and also like, oh, you roll, oh, my attack didn't hit, fuck, that's a shame. I'd roll like max damage, but now I don't get to use it. Like this.
Yeah,
It gets
it can be
frustrating.
like, man, if I would have hit, I would have done all this damage, but I didn't
Yeah,
hit.
exactly. So I think that's the kind of way that to save time that is more detrimental than.
It doesn't save that much time. It's not worth it. What
Yeah,
I
it's
will
not
do
worth it.
though, when I'm running a game, know what you're going to do before
Yep.
it's your turn.
Yeah.
Like the first person, well, okay, you guys all roll initiative. You know the order. When it starts to be your turn, know what you're going to do.
Yeah. And I have a plan and I have a backup plan.
Mm-hmm.
That's important.
That way, everybody is not sitting around and waiting for their turn.
Mm.
Or I will do, sometimes I do a group initiative. You decide what order you're going to go in and know what you're going to do when it gets to your turn.
Yeah. But that's an important way to speed up combat. That also make combat like not suck as much. But there's a big thing about like always something when I hear people about like talking about speeding up combat and combat taking too long and combat being boring. Combat is supposed to be the exciting part of the game in a way, just like role playing is fun as well. But combat is, like I often say, like drama is conflict, and conflict is often combat. That's where things are get solved. If it's just random encounter, it can feel not as important. But I find like a lot of this we need to speed up combat come from modern game where character and monster are so much big bag of HP of hit point, that you just have to chip at it round after round after round. And not only that, but if you play like somebody that is not a magic user, there's going to be many rounds in a row where you're not going to move. And all you're going to do is going to do the same action over and over again.
Yeah.
And of course, if that's your experience with gaming, then combat can become boring quite fast. But that's a problem of game design. And it's not by simplifying combat that you're going to solve that. You need to make combat more engaging
for everybody.
Like if you by simplifying combat, you take away the tactical element, and then you just sit there and say, well, okay, I attack, roll your attack, and you can put some flourish from wording there, but basically that's what you do. Roll your attack, you hit, roll for damage. Next round, I attack, roll for attack.
See, when I try to embellish, I like if somebody hits, especially if it's a good hit, magic, melee, whatever, range, I always try to embellish what they did.
Yeah, I think it's important to embellish, but also I think the game design should offer player choices. You should have to, and no choice should be the obvious one. Or in most situations, you should have like an obvious choice that that's the right solution to do now. So always should be like a weighting the pro and the con, and because that's how you get the player engaged. I think that's a flaw of many modern game design. They try to simplify. They try to keep it. Oh, let's keep it fast. Let's keep it rolling, stuff like that. And like, what you're trying to achieve? Are you trying to achieve just growing to X number of combat in X number of minutes? Or are you trying to have fun at the table and getting the player engaged?
I have a question for you.
Yep.
Is that a recurve bow with a quiver of arrows behind you?
Yes, it is. Yes, it is.
Awesome.
Yeah, that's my 60-pound bow. So
nice.
It's heavy enough. Oh, yeah. I like to shoot the bow in the summer. In the winter, I don't go out to shoot because it's too much snow. But
in the summer, I like freaking Viking.
And I got can I turn the camera a bit?
Mm-hmm. You got the freaking boar spear.
I got the boar spear there. I got a bunch of sword in the side there, but I cannot, like, they're too far to be shown on camera now.
Yeah, I've just got the AK.
Yeah, I'm not legally allowed to own gun, so I don't.
Who
But
needs
yeah,
guns when you got a bow, swords, and boar spears, man?
yeah, I like shooting guns, but I'm just not allowed to own them because I'm in Canada and we're not a free country.
Oh, Canada.
Yeah. They've changed our national anthem. The Trudeau changed the national anthem.
Really?
Yeah, because there was a line that say "in all our sound" command, and it changed to "in all of us" command. Like he didn't want to be. He wanted to make it like a gender non-specific, but it's a line talking about when we go to war and stuff like that. So anyway, this fucking guy,
That's
man.
stupid.
Yeah. Now people were upset about that. Yeah.
Mhm.
I don't know the national anthem too well in English, to be honest. I know it in French.
Because your native language is French.
Exactly. Yeah. I remember like when there was like this federation of powerlifting that's an American federation that I like quite a bit. But at some point they were coming to Canada to do some powerlifting meet, and at every meet they would start the day with the national anthem. How do I say that? I say that wrong. What's the word?
National anthem. You said it right.
National anthem. And they would do the American one because they were an American company, and they would do the Canadian one because they were in Canada. And it was funny because like it's so not in our culture that people were just like standing there, not knowing what to do. It's not something we do here. We're not always like, we don't have like the patriotic side at all. Like
Yeah.
so people are just like standing around, not too sure what to do.
And like 90% of the U.S. are all patriotic.
Yeah.
Like they were doing the Little League game, and they decided that they weren't going to do the anthem anymore.
Mm-hmm.
So everybody in the crowd started singing the national anthem.
Yeah.
And the kids came out from the dugout, and they did their thing.
Yeah.
And everybody's like, this is America. If you're a Canadian, be proud to be a Canadian.
Over the year, when this federation kept coming, and they kept doing the anthem every time, I saw the change over the year. People got used to it, and then people like started getting liked it,
Mm-hmm.
But yeah, at first, like it was something to see.
See, I thought the anthem for Canada for the longest time was "One Week" by the Bare Naked Ladies.
I don't even know that. I don't even know the Bare Naked Ladies. I know nothing from them. Maybe if I heard a song, I could say, "Oh, that's what they do." But
well, you're French Canadian, so yours would be anything by Celine Dion.
Yeah, right.
And everybody else in Canada would be like "Wreck of the Edmund Fitzgerald" by Gordon Lightfoot.
Yeah, but Canada is such a man. It's a
or a Bryan Adams song.
I know you often have Canadian on your show with Sean Major's music and stuff like that, and
Sean and Justin.
Yeah, maybe they would disagree, but like Canadian identity, like we don't have like a foundation myth really. Like the USA, like 1776, and you have the Constitution, and the founding father, and stuff like that. You got this foundation myth that is that got some value to it, and that people are attached to. In Canada, we don't have that.
Yeah, you have "Long Live the King" now.
Well, yeah.
Like I dated a girl from Canada when I was in college. She was hardcore. She was training to be a Olympic rower.
Yeah.
And a cyclist. She was hardcore.
Yeah.
Yeah. But yeah, it's like and on the football team, like our kicker was Canadian because I went to college in North Dakota. So we had a lot of Canadians coming down. And
Mm-hmm.
we used to go up to Canada like on the weekends and drink freaking Canadian beer, man.
Yeah.
Because
we got that going for us.
Yeah, you got it's like moonshine. You drink a couple of those Molson Ice and then you're like hammered.
Yeah.
But it's like she's like, yeah, I'm Canadian. I was like, cool. Oh, it's just it's just where I'm from. Didn't know like anything about
a lot of what we define ourselves by not being American.
Yeah.
It's like
America's hat.
Yeah. And you got this myth that Canadian are very polite and very nice and stuff like that, and it's kind of bullshit as well. But
I've met some freaking hardcore mean ass Canadians.
yeah, a lot of Canadians are very hypocritical.
You
They're
got
two-faced.
lumberjacks.
Yeah. Well, also French Canadian are quite different. They're very different stock. People can be shocked. Well, I thought Canadian was smart. It was nice. Well, people from Quebec are different.
Yeah, Quebecois, they're like,
Yeah. There's quite a few of them going to Florida as well.
Stupid American. Yeah, one time when I was younger, I like tried to mac on a couple of, Quebecois chicks, and they were hot.
Yeah.
They were hot. They really were. But they were having none of it. Stupid American. You think that you are worthy of me.
Man, I come from a place in the middle of Quebec, northern Quebec, because there's not much north of it. But the women from where I come from are insanely hot. And that comes from when the British gained Quebec, the King of France kept this region from where I am as a special vacation place for him. He never went, but he kept that as a special vacation place for him. And because it was so in the middle of nowhere, and there was only like men and lumberjack going there, he sent basically prostitute to go there and breed with the people there. So because of that, over the year, it kind of stayed, and the women are like insanely beautiful. And
yes,
it's something like a shock when you're from that place and then you go into a normal world, and then you see people say, "Oh, this woman is very hot. Oh, she's a hate for sure." So like, what? She'd be a six.
Like
yeah. And like, I was telling this story to one of my friend at some point. He didn't believe it. It's just a myth. You don't believe me. I say, okay. I share my screen with him, and I went on Tinder, changed the location to this place I'm from. I said, let's look at the girl there. I say, fuck, man, you're right. They're solid. I said, yeah. And also, people are very proud there, so they take care of themselves, and but it's
and they're proud to be from Quebec.
Well, that's sometimes like if a Canadian asks me if I'm Canadian, I say I'm from Quebec. If someone from Quebec asks me from Quebec, I say I'm from Saguenay.
You got your little fleur-de-lis pin on you.
Yeah. Well, we got our Saguenay flag with the it's the silver cross with the 2 green fill on top, 2 yellow fill on top, 2 green fill at the bottom. But yeah, it's a whole thing there. We call it it's called like the old name of it's called Royaume du Saguenay, Kingdom of Saguenay, because of the story with the king there. And we're talking to my friend from there, so
you should just have a hot woman on the flag.
Yeah, it's like on those Mack truck, a silhouette there. That'd be nice. That would do something for tourism. But yeah, I love this place. It's a beautiful place. It's on a fjord. The city is built on a fjord, so you always have like a cliff in front of your house or a cliff in the back of your house, because it's all like built on the fjord like that. So it's like
a video
built on step.
I've seen a video once about women from Quebec, and it's probably from the area you're from. And they said like 15 chicks. It's just like normal chicks walking around and stuff. And they are all like 9s and 10s.
Yeah. Yeah, it's something else.
Are all the men Chads like you?
I don't stand out as much when I'm over there. Yeah. A lot of them are very big and strong. It was a very harsh place to live. You cannot send the weak people there. Yeah.
All the weak people just die out.
Yeah, well, you have to, and like I said, it used to be like all lumberjack and stuff like that, and it's in the middle of nowhere, so you go to across a mountain range to get there. So yeah, it's very
that's freaking hardcore, Max. I'm not surprised.
Yeah, and that's the thing too. Like, I'm from Norman origin. I'm from a Norman descent.
That's why you're a big ass Viking.
Exactly, it's the Viking that took over France, and then those guys went in mass to Quebec. But a lot of people from Quebec are from that kind of origin.
Yeah, I was talking to somebody. I think it was James, my brother. And I was like, that he's freaking Norman. He's not like a normal French.
No,
he's Viking descent. Look at him with that big red beard and like a walking bicep.
Yeah, that's Norman. Like they're the one that took over England after that as well, like in 1066
Yeah.
with the William the Conqueror. There were
See,
some
you
tough
know more
motherfucker.
about you know more about the Normans than you know about Canada.
Well, there's not much to know about Canada. What did you do?
You guys have been a country for how long?
Depend how you a few hundred years. Depends
Exactly.
it depends how you count that.
Yeah, I know Americans, we're all super proud about everything.
Yeah.
And then you think about it, Oxford was around during the Aztec Empire.
Yeah.
Like,
Yeah.
whoa.
We're just like hanging out, just like doing like we're just doing our stuff. We're just like surviving every year, preparing for the winter and then going through the winter.
Every time I've been in Canada, I've always had a good time though.
Yeah.
I've always had a good I mean, most of it is alcohol haze.
Yeah.
Because it was college. And you're in college, you go to Canada, you're drinking beers.
Well, especially since when you're too young to drink in the US. Yeah. I used to work in bar, and every time there was a long weekend in the US, I was in Montreal back then. It's just like then you're always like a bunch of American coming up.
Yeah.
Yeah.
It's like when I was in college, I was an hour away from Canada.
Yeah.
And we'd get done with classes on Friday, and we'd all hop in cars. We'd all just like everybody pile in the cars, and it'd be like a conclave of football players going to Canada to get hammered.
And in Quebec, it's the drinking age. Like in Ontario, it's 19. In Quebec, it's 18, so it's even younger. But not only that, but like everybody drinks when they're 16 or younger, sometimes, and it's like it's no big deal. Like people don't see it as it's part of the culture. Like you start drinking like I was going to the bar like when I was like very young.
I got a story about that. When I was 16, there was a bar down here in Florida. It was it was in the middle of Kissimmee, no ocean around, but they had like sand in the volleyball court and stuff in the front. And it was like a little beach bar, right? So me and my friends, we were going there when we were 16 years old. I had a big mustache and all that shit, as a buff guy, I'd wear a football jersey and stuff. They think I was in college, right?
Yeah.
So I mean, we were just going there like every weekend. And then my mom started beautician school. And she had my picture and my brother's picture, my sister's picture on her little station. And the girl who was going to school with her looked and was like, I know that guy. He's really cool. He's a good tipper. He's in the bar like every weekend. My mom was like, that's my 16-year-old son.
Right.
Of course, my mom didn't tell me that.
Yeah.
So me and my buddies all hop into the car, like, let's go to Lucy Blues. Let's drink some beers, man. I walk in there and the chick was there. She's like, nope. She's like, nope, I met your mom. I was like, what? She's like, yeah, I'm going to school with your mom. I know how old you are. I'm like, son of a bitch. Yeah. Is that your wolf?
Well, yeah. It's he's a dog from the. I don't know if I can get Francis. Come here. Come say hi. Come say hi, boy. There he is. Oh, he's all black. You can barely see him.
Oh, nice.
Yeah. He's a good
dog
boy.
on the screen. Dog on the screen.
He's from he's a pot cake. It's a breed of dog from the Caribbean. He was born in Turk and Caicos.
Nice.
And they're like kind of dogs that went feral back there. So like people brought over dogs, and over the years, like dog went stray, and so they kind of became their own breed like that. But he's a good dog.
I got my kids a Belgian Malinois.
Yeah.
German Shepherd mix.
Yeah.
Oh, she's a good dog. She's the goodest of girls. She doesn't have a mean bone in her body. She loves everybody until you mess with the kids.
Yeah. Yeah, this dog is very nice as well. Like he's always happy to see people. He doesn't get to see people much because I live in the middle of nowhere.
Yeah.
But he's always like so glad. And I couldn't get like a small dog here because like there's a lot of coyotes outside. So
yeah. I got my kids that dog, and she's super smart, hyperactive because Belgian Malinois, freaking German Shepherd mix. Those special forces dogs, and But yeah, she's super, super nice. But if you mess with one of the kids around her, she gonna eat you.
Yeah. Yeah. With this his name is Francis. With this dog, Francis. At some point, like it was a summer here, and I had a friend coming over, and the window were open because it was nice out this summer and stuff like that. And I was like in the kitchen cooking, and my friend come over, and it was the first time it came in a while since I had the dog, I guess. And so he say hi by the window, and I say, "Come on in." My hand are dirty, like I was cooking something, so my hand was dirty. And I have to open the door, and the dog wouldn't let him in. The dog was like mean to Noel until I went. I wash my hand. I go and I shake my friend's hand. I say, "Oh, come on!" I say, "Hello, come on in." And then the dog, like, and the dog was all friendly. "Oh, okay, your buddy." Yeah, but like this until like I showed that he was all right, the dog wouldn't have anything to do.
That's a good dog.
Yeah, and then the moment like he get upset outside because there's a lot of beasts outside there. So then a lot of wild turkey, coyotes, a lot of foxes. Yeah, it's a nice place to live.
At my mom's place up in Kentucky, they got coyotes on the property.
Yeah.
And, in Kentucky, there's open season on coyotes.
Yeah, all the time, yeah.
But, I really don't like shooting coyotes. Unless they're like killing my animals on the property, I'm going to let them be.
Mm-hmm.
If they try to eat my cat or attack my dogs,
yeah,
then I'll kill them.
Yeah.
But I don't like to kill anything I'm not going to eat. That's just how I was raised.
Yeah, I'm kind of like a non-interventionist. I let them be, and I in a way, I'm the one here coming living in their environment. I'm the one encroaching on their as a cat.
Cat on the screen.
Yeah, that's a Pinto.
Oh, look at that.
Yeah.
You got your wolf and you got your Black Panther.
I got the 3 cats. 2 of them are black, but this one is the one that I always want to hang out on the shoulder. Sometimes he's gonna come there and he's gonna stay there I'm gonna go do some laundry, do some dishes, and the cat stay on my shoulder the whole time. Yeah, it's something else. This one, and I got like one of them like went feral, like and I got all cut up on my hand because I had to split them. He was fighting with this guy.
Oh,
yeah, it's a little kitty that I got him from a few years, and they lived together for a while, and there was some kind of peace between them. But in the last few months, or in the last month, I would say, this little cat, the youngest one, decided that he wanted to beat up Cat, and now he's always trying to get into fight with Pinto. And yeah, it's annoying. Then I have to go split them, and I get all cut up.
It's awesome to own animals, though.
Well, yeah, it would be. I've lived there for a while without having any, and now that I have some, I realize that it's pretty lonely. Like at least now, like I kind of got like someone to talk to.
Yeah, because you're out in the middle of nowhere.
Yeah.
You're in the Great White North.
Yeah. But yeah, it's peaceful. Like I said, it's like the monastic life. You just like you're just here. You work on your stuff. You're with your own thought.
Work on your business. Work on yourself.
Yeah, it does come with some drawback. Like, yeah, it's hard to get a gaming group going on because there's nobody, and the people that are kind of around are mostly like a senior citizen and stuff. It's like a
Well, thank God for StreamYard.
Yeah,
we can get yourself in five players, and there you go.
Yeah, I'd like to get a stream going at some point, but now I have like a regular stream. I'd like to get one, but I always get like meetings to go see like some provider and some like anyway, just like provider. That's not the right word. Somebody for supplier.
Supplier.
Yeah. Sometimes I do some bad translation.
Shadow, your pizza is awesome too.
Yeah, hot dogs are
My
so great.
roommate's dog, she's useless.
Yeah. Well, they're still like it's still like company. That's count for something.
Yeah. Well, you get your company going, then you have more time after it gets going. And
Yeah,
steady.
it's also like mostly like like when you start a business, you must not like count the hours, but at some point but it's also like it's now it's a bit erratic because it always have to meet with other people, so I come to like match my schedule with them, and oftentimes because I'm in the middle of nowhere, I want to go get a meeting. It's like oh, it's gonna be an hour drive to get there, and then an hour drive to come back. So that's a bit annoying.
Yeah.
But when it's gonna be like a little more subtle, and then I'm gonna be the manager of my own time on my own, so it's gonna be easier.
Yeah.
Yeah. Maybe I'll join your DCC
But-
game.
Yeah. You're welcome, brother. You know that.
Yeah. Let me know the schedule. It'd be good fun. Yeah.
Well, I'm gonna like end the stream.
Yeah. Oh, that's fun. That's fun talking to you, Rangar.
It's
been a
always
while.
fun talking to you, bro. I always
Yeah.
have a good time talking to you. I was like, Max is on the stream. Max is in the chat. Let's get him on the stream.
It's funny. I was about to do some chore, and that I have to do now. But and I was just like looking for something to listen to, and I refreshed my YouTube page, and then yours on, and it was still on the timer when I opened the page. So I was that's pretty good timing.
Yeah, that's
But now
perfect.
now I delayed myself a bit to I want to chat with you.
Thank you for delaying your chores to hang out with me, Max. It has been awesome. I always have a good time talking to you on the stream.
Yeah, a lot of fun.
Always. And I've been watching your videos you've been putting out, and they're always good.
Well, thank you. I'm trying to provide something like a different perspective. Something
You do. You provide a cool perspective. That's what I like about. And bye, baby girl. I love you. My daughter always comes on and watches. My daughter is my biggest supporter.
Yeah, that's nice. That's
and I've got an autistic son, and he always, when she puts my videos on, he's always like happy. He's like, "There's daddy."
That's nice. Having family, like that's something I miss. But maybe one day.
Anyway. Oh, you have your own family. You have a little Max running around. You'd be like 4 years old with a big red beard.
Yeah. All right. Anyway,
up.
I'll let you shut down the stream. Is that what you on?
Yeah. You have a good one, brother.
You too, man.
It is ending now.